Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the render charts and we are going to see where it might be headed, and we'll cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all the different possibilities. And towards the end of the video, I will also cover the macro structure of the overall altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who are interested in trading and would like to try out the same crypto exchange that I use on a daily basis, then feel free to go ahead and try out the Blowfin exchange with the link in the video description down below. And for the next 2 weeks, those of you who sign up with my link and deposit $100 to $2,000 into your futures accounts, you will receive free bonuses of up to $300 as well, depending on how much you end up depositing. So that's kind of nice because you simply get some free money to be able to play with. So that's kind of cool. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the render charts. So we've got render opened up here, and here's what's interesting about this, okay? Render had a very sexy run, all right? It had a really nice run. I mean, you can clearly see here, I mean, we're just going to start from right down here. I mean, render ran for about 300%. I mean, that is some insane, really good gains in a pretty short period of time, to be honest with you. So this downslope that we're currently having right now, I mean, that's really not too surprising to me, to be honest with you. I mean, because realistically, when you think about it, every single peak in markets have a valley. So that is exactly what we are creating here, is just a simple valley to be able to go up and start the next peak. All right. So when we are taking a look at this here, we can clearly see we are trading right around the $7.90 to $7.97 to $8 range, kind of right in there. And as you guys can clearly see here on the daily chart, we've also got this very steep downtrend line here, okay? Now, in order for me personally to feel bullish about what's going to be happening here with render, I am one of those types of traders where I am a breakout trader. I love to trade breakouts and I love to trade reversals. And usually what I like to do with breakouts and reversals is technically what I'm trying to look for here is one of the very first signs of confirmation that I'm looking for is to break and close above or on the other side of this downslope here, okay? And then the next key indicator that I'm looking for here is for price action to actually break key resistance levels as well, in addition to breaking the downslope here, all right? Now, we have clearly got a ways to go here for that to happen, as you guys can clearly see, all right? Now, a lot of this has to do with the fact that a lot of altcoins ended up dropping recently due to the Israel-Iran, stuff going on. And I really don't get into politics or newsy type stuff like that. I'm more of a raw price action trader, so I like to trade off of raw price action and what I'm seeing on the charts rather than what I'm seeing going on in the world, okay? My investment decisions aren't not based on emotions over what's happening in the world. They're more or less based on logic and what's happening right here in front of me, okay? So when we are taking a look at this, we can clearly see we've got some strong resistance up here at $8.26. And as you guys can clearly see, this currently daily candle that we're on right now, it literally stopped right at that resistance level, as you guys can clearly see, all right? So we need to be able to break past that point, and we need to be able to close up above past that point, okay? Now, if we do end up starting an uptrend here, a new uptrend or a reversal from here, then what we need to see after we end up breaking this support level, or sorry, resistance level, is we need to end up breaking past this level, or this downtrend slope right here as well. And then from there, my gut tells me that we will obviously end up we will probably be trading and going sideways for a little bit, consolidation between this 826 and 1055 area before gaining enough momentum to be able to get up into this next area here, okay? So you got to take it level by level and just look at the raw price action and see what is happening here, okay? Now, as you guys can see down here, we also kind of had a double bottom going on right here, which could be a good indicator telling us that, hey, bears are getting exhausted finally and bulls are starting to take over more, and we could end up trending upwards from here on out, which would be very nice to see. Well, I guess what I'm looking for here is we bottomed out here, and then if this daily candle bottoms out right here and does not go any higher or any lower, I guess you could say, then, I mean, technically we could end up eventually creating higher lows right here, okay, which would be very nice to see. And then hopefully in a couple more days, we'll end up creating another higher low above this resistance level right here, and hopefully maybe even outside of this downtrend slope here, and hopefully we have another higher low right in this area, which would be very, very nice to see. Again, this is just a bullish scenario, okay? I'm not saying this will happen. I'm not a magician. I can't see the future. Nobody can. But that is what we hope to see happen, okay? I'm just simply doing this to show you guys what could eventually happen, okay? So now as far as a bearish scenario is concerned, I guess what could end up happening here if momentum does not stick around, and if momentum continues to be complete shit, we could end up, just saying, okay, well, the hell with everything, and we're just going to dump straight down. And if that happens, we really, really, really need to stick to this support level here at $5.57. And if it does, that'd be kind of nice, because realistically, we would create kind of a, I guess you could say, triple bottom. I mean, really not a triple bottom, because technically this wick here didn't touch the bottom. But if we did touch this bottom, we'd have another bottom there, which would be another good indicator telling us that, okay, well, we may be really, really due for a reversal now, since we hit that again and we did not end up going past it, all right? So that's another key thing you want to keep, or you want to pay attention to as well, okay? Now, if we go ahead and switch to the 4-hour chart, let's go ahead and take a look at this, and we will whip out the Bollinger Bands from here, okay? So when we whip out the Bollinger Bands here, we can clearly see right now that price is trending above the moving average, which is very nice to see. And the other cool thing you can clearly see here is the Bollinger Bands are starting to get very, very, very narrow. And as everybody knows with Bollinger Bands, when the bands start to get super narrow, a big parabolic move is bound to happen soon, okay? Whether that's upward movement or downward movement, nobody knows, all right? But that is why you take things candle by candle and look to see what is happening on these time frames, because you can really see a lot just by what is overall happening. Like, as you guys can clearly see here, you can see price for the last 4-hour candles, 2 of them actually hit that support or hit that resistance level right here, 826, 2 different times, but it failed to go above it both times, all right? And now on this next candle, because we failed to go higher 2 different times, now it went down a little bit. So now what we are looking for is we want to be looking at this orange moving average line within the Bollinger Bands, all right? Now the next thing we're going to be looking for here is we want to look for either this candle or the next candle to bounce off of this orange moving average line here, and if it does, then that clearly means that momentum is strong enough and we may have a very good chance at busting through this resistance level here and hopefully busting through this downslope, this downtrend slope as well, all right? So these are the key things that we want to be paying attention to when we are looking to see if price is going to end up moving in our favor or not, all right? Because if price ends up going below, if price does not bounce off of this moving average here and instead it drops below it and starts dropping, all the way down to the bottom band here, then we can fully expect that momentum has been lost and confidence has been lost, and we may end up starting another midterm downtrend and start going down once again. And if that were to happen, then what we are going to be looking for is we're going to be looking for a bounce down here at the $5.50 level, or $5.57 level, okay? So I hope I was able to give you guys some decent enough information here for you guys to do some charting for yourselves and look it over for yourselves and see what's going on here as well. But before I go ahead and actually wrap this video up, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a nice comment below because it helps me out. Go ahead and also hit that like button. Let's see here what else is there. Hit that notification bell too, so that you never miss a new price update video when I upload a new one. And if you didn't like this video, well, hey, I'm sorry to hear that. But with that said, guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in my future videos.